Hello, my name is Kelly Bluen. I am a certified Zentangle teacher and I also love to doodle. So in these doodle videos, I am choosing a prompt from this April Doodle Challenge that is created by cutelittle.paper.com. And each day she has a suggestion for something to try. And today we are on Easter basket. However, Easter has passed, so we are going to jump ahead to the prompt of snail. All right, I am excited about drawing snails today. So if you follow Zentangle, you might know that Bijou is the name of our little snail mascot. So Maria Thomas does calligraphy and she writes these beautiful words and designed this beautiful little calligraphy snail. So this is one of the Bijouism cards. It says Bijouism number 21, breathe. So there's all different little messages that Bijou the snail reminds us to do when we are drawing, when we are trying to find calm. So you can actually get a whole set of these cards on zentangle.com and they're just adorable. So now I've got my little charm here. That's a little snail who I call Bijou. And just taking a quick look at him. I don't know the parts of a snail. This part is like the part that's like a slug, and then he's got his protective shell. I did learn that slugs have an inner soft shell, while snails have the outer shell. And then he's got these two things up here that I always call antenna, but they're actually called tentacles. And then these two are, I believe, called like the lower tentacles. I don't remember. But that's where its mouth is. And its eyes are at the top of the tentacles. So cute. I also have this giant snail here just because he is adorable with a little gnome on top. And we can see his body right here, cute little face, and his little eyes on top of his tentacles. So adorable. All right, so today we're going to draw a couple of snails. So let's open up our pages right here. And I'm going to begin with pencil and then I will move on to pen. All right, let's zoom in a little bit. And I think I'm just going to draw a couple little lines to be like the ground, and then we'll maybe make 5 or 6 little snails. We'll keep him here. He's so cute. All right, again, I'm going to start with pencil. I'll try to draw a little bit darker so that you can see it. But I like to start with a flux shape. So flux is a Zentangle pattern, and it is essentially just a teardrop or a raindrop. And I'm going to do mine upside down like this. So I'm going to give it this nice front curve and then a little inner curve right there. And then his body is going to come down here, and then he'll have that little back part that is, the end of, I think, his foot, right? Is this called the foot, that bottom part? And then I like to start right here by his head, and I'm going to jump way up and around and make a spiral. Then we can give him these 2 tentacles with eyeballs on top and a little snail smile. Pretty cute. All right, I'm going to take my pen and ink in this one, and then we'll do some more. So I'm going to begin down here at the end of his foot just so I can give him a little bit of this body down here. And then I'm going to do this nice big spiral. The shell on its back. Smile. And its eyes. Pretty basic, pretty simple, and adorable. Okay, the next one I'm going to do is going to be a Bijou one like this. So let me grab, I have this cute little fold up thing that came with my Bijou tiles at one time. Oh, and also if you follow my 15 minutes of Zen, I use the Bijou tiles. It's got the cute little snail there. And this is just the smaller size. And I think that Bijou means slow down in French, but I'm not positive. So you can correct me below if that's not right. But that was why they chose this one, just to slow down, breathe, take your time. Okay, so I'm going to read this to you. It says, breathe. And then one of Maria's beautiful calligraphy snails with the little like trail going down. It says, slow down, be deliberate in your strokes. Step back and admire your art along the way, not just at the end. Recognize new opportunities, then you might just change direction. I do that often. Leave your worries behind and have fun on your Zentangle journey. And look at all those cute little examples of snails. The back side just has some more information, but look at how she took this little snail and took his little back end there and made it part of the letter. I also want you to notice that she has some thicker parts and some thin parts, and she does not use perfect circles. Okay, let's grab our pencil or pen, whatever you're comfortable with, and we're going to do one right here. So for her little Bijou snail, I'm going to put a dot where I want the center of the snail to be. And then I'm going to start going around, but kind of clunky, like letting it have some, straighter edges and not be perfect. Then on the back end, I'm going to put these little C shapes to give it its back foot. And then on the front, you can put its head down here or up here, wherever you want. I think I'm going to do mine right here. And she does like another series of those little shapes. And then these cute little, I call them antenna, but tentacles. So let's go ahead and ink in that. Again, purposely being a little bit chunky about it. So cute. And then if you want to add the darker areas, which is called weighting, like adding some weight to a line, I'm going to do this left-hand side of each line. Like that. You can also add some on the edges of some of the little pieces that are going out. She also does a little bit right at the bottom of the antenna, like that. All right, there's our little Bijou, so cute. All right, let's do another snail. So for this one, I'm going to have it going the opposite direction of these two. So I want his head over here. And I'm going to do a similar shape to this kind of a rounded flux. But I do want him to have a bit of that foot coming out. So I'm going to begin with his little like foot right here. And then come up and then down. So I want a nice curve. And then back down here to that little foot, and then back up to his head. Let's do another spiral, but this time let's make the spiral end more in the corner, like a shell would maybe be tipped a little bit and its round parts might be towards the back. So I'm going to go way up, and then I'm going to curve way around and just make it land over there. And I think I want that to like tuck down over his body. Right, I'm going to ink in that shell first. So I'm going to go up and around, and then I'm just going to curve way over to that side. See how that just makes it look like it's a little bit different direction? I like when the shell kind of dips in over the top of his body there. So the eyes are way on top, but if you don't want to do that, then sometimes in doodles, we just do things a little bit different. And we can give it a little face right there. All right, let's keep going. Aren't these adorable and kind of addicting? All right, so now we've got this area down here. Let's do a couple more. So for this first one, I'm actually going to draw a leaf with my pencil for it to sit on. And then I want to erase a little section up here so that it is sitting like just on top of and inside that leaf a little bit. Move my things out of the way so I can see some of my sketches here. Okay, so for this one, because I like to teach you kind of different things and different ways to make them so you can pick your favorite. For this one, I'm going to come across pretty straight. I'm going to go up and down pretty straight, and then I'm just going to curve over and give it that little swoop down to the bottom. So when I was looking at fun snail doodles and pictures on Etsy and Pinterest and all different places, there was so many adorable variations. And one of them was to make the shell into a tall rainbow that comes down like just inside of his little back foot there. And we do another one and another one. It'd be so fun to make a whole bunch of these little snails with little rainbows on their back. It'd be adorable to do that in a card as well. Let's put his tentacles up here, eyeballs, and a mouth. Okay. Shall we do another one? All right, so for this next one, I want to give it kind of a nice big round head. So I'm going to put, let's see, kind of like the round head right here. And then it's going to come down and over. It almost looks like the shape of a peanut. And now I'm going to make one of those shells that is sort of stacking. So watch me make it in pencil first. And if I don't do a great job or it doesn't turn out well, then you can do something else. So we're going to imagine him kind of coming out of the bottom of this shell. And then it's going to have this piece on top like that. And if you want, you can make its body go a little wider if you don't want it to get narrow there. You play around, see what you like, see what you think. And this one I'm going to do the tall things like antenna, and I'm going to give it a nice big smiley face. And we can add the details later. All right, let's put ink on these two. So this one I'm going to do its little body. And these do not have to be straight lines. These can be wiggly and all over the place. There is no perfect shell, no perfect snail. Really thin lines up here. Do whatever you want on the leaf. All right, and then this little one got a nice wide head. Some little details for the eyes. And then let's do another little bijou over here. I'm just going to go ahead and do it with pen. So I'm going to put a dot where I want it to start. And then I think I'm going to make it face this way. So I'm going to actually make my circle or my spiral go this way. And then one of the things that she does at the end is sometimes she'll add these little curls, and you can see it in here where she adds these little curls at the end. So let's do that on the back. I'm going to put his head up here. Give it some thickening. I'm going to do it on the right side this time. It doesn't matter what side. Look at all those snails. All right, I want to ink in the ground, but I'm going to make mine, of course, a little bit fancy. So I'm going to start inside the page a little bit, and I'm going to follow this curve. And then I'm just going to give it some spirals at each end. Because why not, right? And then over here, we can give this a little stem. Oh, it's going the wrong direction. Don't give it a stem over there. My leaf veins are now the wrong way. So let's come down under here, over here, and let's give that a fun little spiral. And over here, we'll give it a spiral coming down. Now, if you want, you could draw a small snail on top of a large one. So let's do a tiny little bijou over here. It's so tiny. Of course, you could add leaves to your page. And then inside of the snail, of course, you can add a color. You could add some decorations, maybe on this rainbow one, I put some polka dots or some stripes. You can add these little stripes like this. And if you know the pattern Marisu, or you don't know the pattern and want to look it up, you could do Marisu inside the little shell. Look how cute that is. You can add a little flower. Make it kind of nature-y. So there you go. There is your cute little snail doodles. And have fun. Add more things to this page. Add some color to this page. Whatever you want to do. Just so cute. All right, have fun with your snails, and we'll see you tomorrow. Thank you. Bye-bye.